Welcome to the fifth lesson of the atomic structure and the periodic table topic. In this topic, the key questions are 1. How are the elements arranged in the periodic table? 2. How has the periodic table developed over time? Key terms that you need to be familiar with: periodic table, electronic structure, Mendeleev. In today's lesson, we will talk about the periodic table and its development over time. The periodic table contains all the known elements in a logical order of the atomic numbers. There are groups, columns, and periods, rows. The column numbers indicate the number of outer shell electrons, and the row numbers indicate the total number of electron shells within the element. For example, all the group 1 elements have one outer shell electron, and they are able to lose that electron easily. Group 7 elements, halogens, have 7 electrons on their outer shells, and they could easily pick up 1 electron to obtain a closed shell with 8 electrons, noble gas structure. The position of an element is determined by its atomic number of protons, as this is the characteristic of every element. The number of protons determines the type of atom. Task. Now please pause the video and think about how reactivity changes from group 1 to group 4 elements. Hint: groups are numbered from the left. Extension: explain your answer. Reactivity is related to the ability of sharing, losing, or gaining electrons. Group 1 elements are highly reactive because they have one outer shell electron, and that is easy to lose. This is the reason why these elements, called alkali metals, react vigorously with water and acids. Group 2 elements are less reactive as they have 2 electrons on their outer shell, and it is more difficult to lose 2 electrons. Based on the same logic, the reactivity further drops for group 3 and group 4 elements. Before the discovery of subatomic particles, scientists already wanted to classify the elements by arranging them in order of their atomic weights. These first versions of the periodic table were far from complete. Also, several elements were placed into incorrect groups. Dmitry Mendeleev, a Russian chemist, came up with an idea of leaving gaps for undiscovered elements, and in some places he changed the order of the elements. Later, these new elements were discovered, and their properties matched with the properties predicted by Mendeleev. Task: how are elements arranged in the modern periodic table? Hint: the characteristics of elements are the atomic number and atomic weight. Extension: what discovery led to the change? In the modern periodic table, the elements are arranged in the order of their atomic numbers. The discovery of radioactivity and isotopes changed the idea of how to arrange the order of elements. They explained why the element order based on atomic weights was not correct.